Great Falls, Montana. Good morning. got ourselves a wreck or something up here. The right lane's blocked, but everybody just seems to keep moving over to the right lane. Trucks aren't supposed to be in that left lane, the hammer lane, so I don't know if they're okay with that during a backup or something. I don't know. We'll find out here in a moment. Get rid of the hazards now that I got traffic behind me. That's a little tip. Coming in on traffic like that, throw your hazards on. That way they know you're slowing down or there's something up. It catches their attention, or at least that's the hope anyway. But this is Spokane, Washington. It's been raining ever since Idaho. Hopefully it washed a bunch of the dirt off my truck. That would be nice. Yep, they've got everybody in that right lane moving over to the left lane, so let's see what we got up here. Maybe they will be moving me over to, we'll leave a hole here. I'm not exactly sure if it's the far right, the turning lane, or if it's this right lane where that extra truck is. Let's see what we got. We got a meet and greet of some sort. Yeah, it looks like it's the turning lane that's blocked. We got a big tow truck there, so it's probably got a truck involved. Ooh, somebody got a guardrail. That's never good. Yoy, yoy, yoy. Well, it looks like that container truck. Oh yeah. He went in the ditch. Youch. Took the whole axle light out from underneath that thing. Wow. Alright, let's continue. I didn't get my normal parking spot. That's okay. It's okay. We're getting ready to fix dinner. We're going to do up our pound of hamburger. We're going to have 7 eggs tonight. I don't know what happened there. It just flat stopped recording. So everybody doing good? So, it's just kind of weird. It just flat stopped recording. So, what I was saying, cut, take two, is I got there to Missoula, Montana to fuel up this morning, and Eric, the manager that runs the store up there, asked me if I'd come across Bozeman on that east side. I'm like, oh no, we had that problem 2 weeks ago with that snowstorm that hit it, and they weren't plowing or doing anything. I'm like, dude. He goes, that's a good thing, because I guess it was backed up again. I guess there was more wrecks, and when I was looking at the radar, I saw Missoula or Billings and that whole area, Laurel. That whole area was just not good. And so I'm like, no, I run up on 200, and he was surprised that it would be better up there. I'm like, well, it's not so much that it's better. I'm just up there doing it by myself. I don't have the flip-flop drivers, because there's a lot of flip-flop drivers. I'm sorry. And I think y'all know what I'm referring to when I say that. When I get closer to Great Falls, we get a lot more Canadian drivers. I don't know what's going on with my phone, but we'll try this again. When you get to Great Falls, you get a lot more Canadian drivers, and quite frankly, there's not a lot of Canadian drivers driving them either. Seems to be a an epidemic, as they would say, in the industry with all these flip-flop drivers. Real truck drivers don't wear flip-flops. I do in the shower. I wear shower shoes, but not while I'm driving. And they don't know how to drive. They just give out licenses like it's a Cracker Jack prize. It gives us a bad names, and then you got all the litter bug guys that are just dumping, just stuff everywhere. It's gotten really bad. I've been out here since 2009, and it's just horrible. But yeah, I guess there was another bad wreck or backup or whatever. Drivers were coming in complaining, and he was asking me if I'd come through there. I'm like, no, I run this route too much to know better than that. And so I like to run 200, and if I'm driving in any elements, which there was on Rogers, there was Rogers Pass, and it wasn't that bad. It was just icy, frosty, and about a quarter inch of that slushy rain kind of. So basically, you just come off the throttle, you just drive accordingly, and then you're good to go. Don't do anything stupid, just drive. So, but I guess it was pretty bad. I didn't really look at the radar. I saw that yesterday, so that's why I got to Glendive and hooked north and went up to Circle and across over to Jordan. So, but anyway, it's still recording. Let's roll it up. Let's call it a day before it shuts off on me again. God bless. I love you guys. And if you happen to be watching this from Facebook and you're a Facebook friend from my other channel that I'm no longer having access to, come on over and check me out on the one that this is being uploaded on now. All right. Leave me a comment. Tell me what you think. Let me know what you guys think of these flip-flop drivers and speed limiters. And for some of you that don't know what speed limiters are, they want to regulate. Now, I'm sure you guys have seen this and wondering what the heck are these truck drivers doing. They'll be side by side down the interstate doing almost the same speed. And they'll go like 10, 15, 20 miles door to door. Because one of them is doing 62 and the other one's doing 62 and a quarter. Because we're companies regulate our speed on the trucks. Some companies, like my company, I'm regulated at 72 miles an hour. A lot of them, 62 miles an hour, 60 miles an hour, 65. Well, the government wants to regulate because they think we're the bad eggs out here, even though they're just giving flip-flop drivers licenses that shouldn't get a license. Personally, they can't even speak English, not even goodly. They're not even, you're supposed to be able to speak at least the language somewhat so you can read the speed signs, stop signs, yield signs, all, stuff that's in my world that we're to be paying attention to. Well, they bypass that and they're just handing them licenses. Because a lot of the trucks now are like this one, even though I have an automatic, I come from the gear shift world. So I still have the same thought process. I still drive, even though I have an automatic, I still drive it like I'm a stick shift. You still have to drive accordingly. You still have to drive smart. You can't drive stupid. Well, I'm seeing these guys with their foot up on the dash. They got TVs going. They think they're sitting in a Chase lounge, sitting at a bar or sitting at a restaurant, chilling out, even though they're driving an 80,000 pound rig down the road and they can't speak a word of English. Okay, I ranted longer than I should have. But tell me what you think. Leave me a comment. Give me your opinion. If you're not in the driving world, tell me what what type of experiences you've had. And but back to the speed limiter real quick before I go. What I was trying to say before I went down that rabbit hole is the government wants to set the trucks, and I believe it's 65 miles an hour, all trucks. So if you don't like trucks that are sitting there going side by side for 20 miles, speak up and speak out with your local government wherever you are, because they're trying to pass that. They want to pass it to where all trucks do 66, or they all do 65, or they all do. And when you put a computer on, these trucks all have computers in them. You hook up the dyno to it to set the parameters. Well, if all it allow you to have is 64 and a half, that's all you're getting. You're not going to get 65 and a half, because now you went over the mandate of 65. Well, then the next guy, he might be 64 and 3/4. Or the other guy might be 65. Or the other guy might be 64 and 1/4. So that 1/4 of a mile an hour, we're all sitting there, you're heavy, one's light, all of a sudden you're going up a hill, one drifts back, the other one pulls forward, and then they get to the top of the hill. And it's a freaking nightmare. It's a log jam on the highway. It just is. And that's what a speed limiter is. Better known as a governor on a vehicle. Keeping it at a specific speed at all times. No matter how hard you push that pedal, it's going to do whatever it's set. So on that, God bless. Love you guys. Lord willing, you want to come along tomorrow? We'll make our deliveries and reloads. I won't be able to show any of that, obviously. But if the weather holds up, maybe I can get some of the Columbia River, maybe I can get some of Snoqualmie, maybe I can get some of the pass up there. I don't know. We'll see. On that, God bless. Lord willing, I'll see y'all tomorrow.